It's there! Holy moly, this one's going to go big. Hello and welcome back to the channel. Just a couple of things to cover that I missed in the previous video on Gold Streak, and I'd like to get it complete. Now, first of all, the main thing that I missed is an extra setup that you can use on the Golden Runner on the stepper feature. Now, if you remember, I was kind of playing all out for the Jackpot setup to have the Jackpot steppable down, but there's a whole extra way of doing it, and Spa did mention this, and then I neglected to mention it in my video. So we'll cover that in this one, and I'll show you how it works. Now, I did do it properly, and I've got the video footage of me doing it properly with the game in real play mode, in real money mode, if you will. But for the purposes of demonstrating it and making it easy to demonstrate, what I'm going to do is put the machine into test mode so that we can get it set up how we want to. Now, if you're not familiar with how to get a machine into test mode, if you look at the top of the emulator window here, can you see S door and C door? I think that's service door and coin door. What I do is open both. I think you only need to open one of them, but I always open both of them. So just tick those two little check boxes. Can you see right at the top there, S door and C door? And that is now the machine, or the emulator rather, will emulate the real machine, having its service door and its cash door opened, which kind of puts it into your engineer mode, your demo mode. You can go and look at all the percentages, change the settings and all that sort of thing. But what it also allows you to do is play the machine in kind of an enhanced demo mode, where you can get it to do exactly what you want it to do. So once it's finally gone through all its little... It's set to an 84% payout as well, which is quite a semi-realistic payout here. So what we want to do here, when we get to the read meter screen, just press cancel. And that now puts the machine into a door open kind of test mode. So I don't even have to put any money in. I can just press start. And that'll give me £25 of demo credits. Now, the great thing about this is that you can basically now manipulate the reels to do whatever you want. So by holding down cancel, watch what I do. See there, the cancel button is depressed. So hold down cancel, and then you can move the reels around. So this is going to make it easier for me to show you what I'm actually doing here, because the whole extra setup on this is to get the red sevens. And I'll explain to you why the red sevens on the reel stepper feature basically equal a jackpot. Now, that is actually where we want to be. You see there, I'm just stepping the reels round. Now, I'm going to use this setup here. It doesn't have to be this setup. It's just that this gives us an easy way to get into it. So if you have a look at the reel strips on the left-hand side here, can you see where the lemon with a 1 is there? And there's a 7 not too far away. Grape with a 2 has got a 7 just 2 stops above it. So there's the 7 there, not too far away. There's the 7 there, not too far away. And there's the 7 there, not too far away. Now, the critical thing is, can you see there are 2 7s right next to each other on the third reel, and the 7 above the 7 there has got a number 4. Now, if you remember, on the reel stepper feature, the way it works is any wins that come down on the win line, it will give you. And the important thing about this is the fact it's got a number 4 above it. So let's just do our cheaty. So what I'm going to do there, I'm going to use this setup because it just gets me straight into the feature. And if the Golden Runner isn't red, and it is red, it's gone red straight away, which is fine. So what I'm going to do now is, we are in demo mode, but you can lose on these high-low gambles if you go stupid. Or not even stupid there. This is why I'm in demo mode, because I can just hold them all again and go straight back in. It won't go red. It hasn't gone red that time, so I'm just going to kill it off. But do bear in mind that this works exactly the same when you're playing it with real money, and I will play a video for you of me doing this in real money a little early today. I'm just doing it in demo mode here because it allows me to just keep going into the feature. It's not red, so I'm just going to kill the gamble off, and all I have to do is just hold all the reels again, and it'll just put me straight back in. And what I want to do is get the Golden Runner red, which it hasn't done. Even in demo mode, it can be a pain in the arse, so we'll just kill it off again. Hold them all, we'll just go back in. Is it going to go red? There it's... Oh, that's an invincible board. That's not much use. Well, you know what? The invincible board will work as well. So we'll do it off the invincible board because it doesn't make any difference. What I'm demonstrating here isn't affected by the fact that I'm invincible in invincible mode or in demo mode, because it works. The theory or the principle of what I'm showing you here works exactly the same in real money mode. So what you do now is when you're on the board, hold down cancel. See, I've got the cancel button held down there. Press start, and then it'll just do a nice slow move around like that. Let go on the square that you want, hold down start, and you'll get that. And then I can do it again. I'm just holding down cancel, and then you just see, I've got cancel held down, and when I get back to advance, I'm going to let go. And then I'm going to hold down start, and it'll give me another advance, and now I just need to get pot shots. Actually, I was a bit stupid, I shouldn't, because it will derail me if I don't. There we are, pot. Oh, let's just carry on going round. Let's just... Come on, Degsy, you can do it. There we are, pot shot. Right. Now we just want golden runner. It should offer it before it does gold streak. Okay, we'll have to just go around again. And let's get golden runner. Don't go straight to gold streak. Oh, it's going to let me carry on shooting. That's good. Oh, don't land on red gold streak. There we are. Right, red golden runner. Now, watch what I'm going to do here. It's going to happen pretty quick. I'm going to hold that one, I'm going to hold that one, I'm going to hold that one, which is a tenner, and then all of a sudden I'm going to have a jackpot. Just watch this. And then I'll explain what I actually did. So we've got to step down. There we are, there's a tenner I'm going to take and not touch anything else, and then all of a sudden I've got gold streak. So what happened there? Well, what we'll do is have a look at a video of me doing it for real, and then we can pause the video and take our own time to work out exactly what was going on, because this is actually a pretty important extra setup. It gives you a whole extra setup for getting a jackpot off the stepper feature, and if you can't do the skill, as I can't, it's actually quite important. It's quite significant that you've got a whole extra in to get yourself a jackpot. So let's just let that finish. There we are, 70 quid. I won't even press start to see if it's gone on or not. So let's get the video up. Right, so here we are. This is a Bandicam video that I made early today. And let's just watch what happens. Now, this is not in door open mode. You can see the checkboxes up there. This is playing it for real money, so it's exactly the same idea. So I'm going around the board, and I need to get my red golden runner shot, which I've got. It has given me the red golden runner. And have a look. I'm having a look at the reels there. You see the setup that I've got is completely different, but I'm still going for the sevens. So I'm using the wild this time on the middle reel, but I am still using the sevens. Watch it step. So I'm going to take the step down and watch how this goes. There's a tenner, and then all of a sudden, boof, I've got gold streak. So what happened there? So let's go back and do it bit by bit. So first and foremost is I've got the setup for the sevens. So in fact, I think it's that exact same symbol that I'm using in the middle there, isn't it? No, it's the other wild. It's the wild with the cherry above it. So I'm using that wild there in the video. So on the middle reel, I've already got my 7 effectively because I'm using the wild. And then I have a look around on the reels to see where my 7s are. Let's just do that. In fact, let's just go back a little bit. So I take the feature, and then before I take the feature, I'm having a look up. So there's a 7 there, and there's a 7 there. And then I take the feature, and now what I'm going to do is as soon as I hit step down, very similar to as we did yesterday, I'm going to hold down the second hold button, and you'll see the hold button get depressed there. And then what happens is now, we land on a number and we get the repeat stop as before. We're going to get repeats this because we're fairly low down. It'll always go for, 6, 8, 10 quid when it's super. So it gives me the repeat, and then as soon as the next 7 gets in view, get a repeat again, which would expect. Then I hold. Can you see there? I've got both hold buttons pressed there. So I held that 7 as it comes past. Then the next one drops in, and then I've got a win of a tenner, which is fine. So it does what we'd expect it to do, and adds it up to a tenner. But this is where the red 7s work so well. Because there are no numbers on the centre win line there, it doesn't give me a repeat stop. As you saw there, when you get a number on the win line, you get the repeat stop, and that's where it can stop. And ordinarily, a tenner, you'd be running the risk of it stopping, but because there are no numbers on the reels at that point, you don't get the repeat stop. It just steps again. irrespective. You don't have to do anything at this point. I don't press any more buttons. Once I've got all those 7s landed, I don't press any more buttons. So from that moment forward, I don't have to press anything else. And what it does then is it automatically steps. And the key thing there is that number 4 above that, on the 7 above the 7. Because look at our cash trail there. Count up 4 spaces from a tenner. 1, 2, 3, 4. So from 10 to 70, which is your jackpot, is 4 numbers. So you're guaranteed that it's going to step down those extra 4 numbers and give you at least a jackpot. And it just so happens that I am using the 7 there, which has got there. You can see that I'm using the 7 that's got the 2 above it, so it actually steps up another 6 numbers, which gives me the gold streak. But it could be off that 7 there, and then that would step down to that, which is fine. There's no numbers above that. The critical thing is that we're stepping down to that 7 there, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, and that immediately puts us up to 70 quid, and we can see that on the video here. It just steps automatically. You don't have to do anything. It's always going to step because there are no numbers on the reels, so it doesn't give you the repeat stop. So that's a really important setup on this, on the golden stepper, or the golden runner, or the stepper feature, if you will. And that will apply to all of the clones as well. It's a whole extra setup to get the tenner. So let's just do it one more time. Now that you know exactly what's going on, let's just do it in real time. I've got it set up again here in demo mode. Remember, it doesn't have to be exactly that setup. I didn't use that setup in real play before. It's as long as you've got the 7s on, basically. So we're going to take the feature. Remember the order. So we are going to go 2. We are going to go 2, 1, 3. Oh, and I missed it! And I biffed it. See, look at that, I biffed it. You've still got to be quick. You've still got to be quick. Let's get that one set up again, shall we? Shame on you, Degsy. Right, let's do a little bit better at it this time. So let's take our pot shot. No, we'll have to take another Ricks, hold down cancel, and I can just put it on whatever I want. There we are. Oh, hang on. There we are. Pot shot. There we are. Golden runner. Right, let's not fuck it up this time. So it's reel 2, then reel 1, and then reel 3. So we're going to go step down. There we are. That's going to add, and then it's going to step, and it's going to do it automatically. So basically, you've got a whole extra setup to look out for there. It's not just the jackpots as I was doing it yesterday. Do keep an eye out for those 7s as well, because that number 4, that extra 4 numbers on reel 3 above the 7 basically guarantees you a jackpot. So it's a whole extra setup for the jackpot. One other thing to mention here is that this is not an emptier. This is not an empty. All you are doing is taking the value out of the machine before it will give it you anyway. Once this thing has been done, it's going to be a long way off letting you get a jackpot feature again, to the extent that it will just block them. It will just not allow you to. It kind of knows that they're jackpot features, I think. So it does block them harder than the other features in the top zone. So it'll let you get into the top zone, because some of these other 3 features here, they're basically, it'll give you what it wants. So it can give you a tenner, or it can give you a 15 quid or whatever. But it knows that these 2 features can be jackpot features, so it will block them. So you can't just keep doing this. Generally speaking, it's going to be a jackpot per stake, and then the icons if you can get it. I guess it could have enough value saved up that you could get more than 1 jackpot out per stake. Certainly when I've been playing it here, I've noticed that after you've taken a jackpot out, it can still be numbering. So I guess it can get to a point of happiness where it's got more than 1 in it, but it isn't an empty. You can't just keep doing this all day. Let's just get rid of that annoying extra. Oh, and the top's gone on there as well. It's a shame it's only in demo mode. Well, not that it would make any difference anyway, since it's all pretend money. So there you go. That's the main thing that I wanted to get there, was just that you have got that extra setup. And here's, I do remember this video was actually from Spar's channel many years ago. This is when he was out. This is the darts clone of this. I couldn't find a picture of this. So this is great because we've actually got the darts clone. It's called Darts Marathon. And this is interesting in that it wasn't a complete clone because they took the stepper feature off it. This was one of the very last clones that they did, and as far as I'm aware, this is the only one that didn't have the stepper feature on it. So it was as if Electrocoin knew that people were using the stepper feature to get jackpots out of it a little bit on the early side maybe, and leaving dead players for everyone else. So on this clone, they removed the stepper feature, which meant that you had to be able to hit it off the skill. And what Spar has said, he's made a comment on the previous video that he liked these because there was no real stepper on them. You had to be able to hit the skill feature, and what he found was that these ones tended to get left alone a little bit more, because there were a lot of people like me who couldn't hit the skill but could get the jackpot off the stepper. And Spar was saying that he liked these for that very reason, because he could do the skill. And for that reason, he often found these in a better mood. Now, I honestly don't know what the features are called on this one, or indeed what they replaced the real stepper with, but they replaced the real stepper with something else. And you can, in the description here, Spar is saying he got 2 lots of icons, trapped it from lines once. I'm not entirely sure what the trapping from lines is. I believe there was something you could do with the lines on that. If I get more information on that, I'll demonstrate that as well. Got £1 skill and 50p skill, so you can see there he got, how much is that? That's like 370, 380 quid out of a single machine. But you can see there how it stores up all these different pots and all these different values in it. That would be an interesting one to see. I don't know if that's emulatable, if the ROMs are out there, if it even runs on Scorpion 5. It may be on a newer tech, but it'd be interesting to see what they replace the real stepper feature with on that. And just a final thing as well, he's just showing off now, the bastard. Look at this. He's now going to do the skill on his dead man's using his foot. I can't hit this thing to save me life, and now Spar's going to do it with his foot. Show off bastard. Watch this. Oh, look at that. Well, it can't fault the guy. Look at that, and he's taking it all the way out to the jackpot there with his magic foot. Well done, Spar. So that's about all for this video. I would recommend that you give this machine a go. There's an awful lot going on with this. It's far, far better. In fact, I can't think of another 70-pounder that is as interesting and as challenging to play with this, because the truth of the matter is, for a lot of the 70-pounders, like the Dons, all the Dons that have got the tricks on them, once you've done the trick 2, 3, maybe 4 times, there's not really much there, to be honest with you, but you can just keep playing this and trying to get better at it. I've been playing it more today, and I've been getting better at it. I'm better at it today than I was yesterday. I've also been practicing the skill. You can also use demo mode to practice the skill, because the skill feature itself plays exactly the same in demo mode as it does in real money mode, same as the actual golden runner feature does. I can't hit it reliably yet, but I am getting better. So it's very... Is it unique? I would say it's almost unique in that we've got a true skill, a genuine true skill £70 jackpot AWP. There weren't many of those around, so do yourself a favour, grab it from Desert Island Fruits or over at Fruit Emu and have a play around with it yourself, because I think there's a lot going on here and there's a lot to like. I mean, the real icing on the cake now would be a DX. Spar has got the glasses and the reels. You can see here that he has used scans of the actual real reels in this here. That's why the reels look so good. They are the reels out of the proper machine, and they have been scanned in, so they look great. We've got the glasses as well, so if anyone out there would like to take on a DX, that would be fantastic. That just the last little missing piece of the puzzle on this one. So there you go. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I'll catch up with you next time. But for now, it is goodbye.